Welcome to the Driver Reviews channel. I'm Vicki Butler-Henderson, and today we are looking at the best birthday present ever. Sadly, it's not for me, but it is Porsche's gift to itself for when the 911 turns 60. It is the 911 ST Sport Touring, and just 1,963 have been made, and that number corresponds to the year the 911 was born. Prices start at around £230,000 plus. That's if you can get hold of one. Just before you settle down and watch it all, please press like and subscribe so that you're notified each time we post something new. This isn't the first ST to grace the tarmac. There was one in the late 60s and early 70s, and this one doesn't shy away from the heritage. This badge, for example, was on the first 911. It has got gold lettering and orange stripes. The original ST was also lightweight, so this one has got feather-like material on the bonnet, the wings, the roof, and also the doors. The glass, well, that's not quite normal either. Now, if you want to draw more attention to yourself, then you can, because you can have a great big white circle on the door with some numbers on, a la motor racing. But perhaps this Porsche sticker is enough for you, or you might fancy nothing at all. What you can appreciate though is this car's beautiful body. It is the same as a GT3 Touring, and when you get around the back, there's no wing. What? No peacock feather on a top-end 911? But what you do get is this. This and the rear diffuser are pretty much all this car needs when it comes to aerodynamics for most trips, because this spoiler doesn't pop out of its hidey hole until about 74, 75 miles an hour. Now, you know when you get some birthday gifts and you get a badge as well? Well, this car has got two at the back end, one for its age and one for its name, and yes, that is 24 karat gold. Be careful where you park it. Under here though is an absolute gem. You can't see it, but you will be able to hear it a bit later on. But right now I want to talk to you about the wheels, because they do their bit to save weight. They are made from magnesium. They are 20 inches at the front, 21 at the back, and they're wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyres. They've been designed specifically for Porsche. They're road legal, track ready, and drivers have rated them 4.6 out of 5 stars on Driver Reviews. Porsche says that this car has been designed to be the most engaging 911 of the moment. Well, I'm now on a road and I can confirm that it is very much engaging. Powering proceedings is the engine from the GT3 RS, so it's a 4-litre flat 6-cylinder that is basically a motorsport unit that has been mildly modified for road use. Now, I say mildly, this thing revs to a very high 9,000 RPM. Oh, what does that feel and sound like? Oh, let's find out. Driver Reviews partners with many of the largest tyre retailers in the world, bringing you thousands of verified and unbiased customer tyre reviews. Our independent reviews cover over 70 different tyre brands across all price ranges and feature leading brands including Goodyear, Dunlop, Michelin, Continental, Hankook and many more. So when you're searching for new tyres, look out for the Driver Reviews logo to give you peace of mind that the reviews come from real customers just like you. To discover your local Driver Reviews partner website and to find out the winning tyres of this year's Customer Choice Awards, visit driverreviews.com. All the lights come up on the dash saying change gear now please. But you can only really do that in first gear, because it will break the UK speed limit if you tried that in second. If you're on a wet road, which I am today, then you need to hold on tight if you want to unleash the full 525 horsepower, 465 Newton meters of torque to experience the 0 to 62 time of 3.7 seconds. And when you do, you are accompanied by that wonderful noise. It is just noise, noise, noise. It is great. The exhaust system itself is lightweight and it is loud, and you can make it even louder by ticking the sports exhaust system. And why wouldn't you? Because you've got 2 tailpipes out the back there. The engine might be from the track-focused sibling of this car, the GT3 RS, and it has also got a special clutch in here. But the 6-speed manual gearbox is designed exclusively to be in this car, and it is the only way that you can actually have a manual gearbox mated to that engine at the moment. The gear stick itself has been shortened by 1 centimetre compared to that in a GT3, and it has got short ratios, which means that you can fire through that gate with rapidity. The gate is wider than you might expect, so you do have to put a bit of muscle behind each change, but I like that because it just adds another layer of involvement. On the way down the box, you can have the auto blip function on, so the revs rise to meet the revs of the incoming gear. So I'll go from 3rd down to 2nd, and the revs blip up for that. But that is a DIY job for me and my right foot, so I am going to turn that off. The steering is razor sharp, it is pure, it is precise, and you can place the car exactly where you want it on the road. But don't ever daydream when you're at the helm of this car. You really need to focus, particularly when you're pushing on. There is a small selection of driver aids behind the scene to help you, but perhaps the most notable are the electronic stability control and traction control system, which you can turn off to be master of your destiny. But if you are the tiniest bit daunted, then leave the traction control on. If, of course, you want to slide, turn everything off, and this car will do that with grace. The handling of this car is as finely tuned as a grand piano in the Royal Albert Hall, being played by Bach himself. It is sublime. Now, other 911s have got a rear wheel steering system which aids stability at higher speeds and agility at lower speeds, but I am not missing it one bit because the handling of this car is so lovely. Its agility is helped a lot by the fact that it doesn't weigh a lot. At just 1,380 kilograms, it is the lightest version of the 992 911 to date. In fact, it is 40 kilograms lighter than a GT3 Touring. Oh yes, pop that in your pub quiz. Those figures take a load off the brakes too, and the brakes are a wonderful system. They are ceramic composites and they make the car stop as well as it goes. I mean, really just tight on that pedal and anchoring down the speed really quickly and firmly. If you want to keep an eye on another part of the car that you can't see, the tyre pressures, then there is a display here, and it's got a special mode as well if you go on a racing circuit to make sure that your tyres are pumped to perfection on the track. All that weight saving does have a downside. It is not as well insulated as other 911s, so if you crave silence, then look elsewhere. And the same applies if you're after a magic carpet ride. This car is bouncy, especially at low speed, so do not get in here with a full bladder. Now that's something that you won't see on a marketing poster. There's no denying this 911 is a bit of a showstopper. Even getting into the car is an experience thanks to an LED projector which says icons of cool, and that is a nod to the spirit of Porsche's heritage design, as is this lovely key. So you've got your classic Porsche badge again, and it's colour coded towards the car. Lovely little touches. This two-seater can be made even less practical by adding half a roll cage. Just exchanged £4,000 for that. It is made with a mix of my favourite material, carbon fibre. Just make sure you buy some very squishy luggage to pop through the holes. There is a space for, well, a couple of weekend bags really in the front of the car. These full bucket seats are fabulous, but there isn't much adjustability with them, and I find them a bit too low for my perfect position. Don't you worry, I have got a cushion to help bolster me in that department. You can get more traditional seats though if you prefer. The trim in here is divine. Now this is part of a heritage pack which will cost you around £14,000, but for that you do get a cabin that's been sprinkled with some old school Porsche design touches. You've got the lovely leather across the dash and the doors, and then you've got some green dials ahead of you. There is another birthday badge in here, in gold, of course, and this one even tells you which number car you have got. This one is 128. When it comes to the driver's view, I love the way that everything is angled towards the person who is sitting in this seat. Now, the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed that there is no little steering wheel control for any driving modes, and that's because Porsche has set this car up so well that you don't really need to fiddle with it. It's pared down, and I'm really loving its simplicity. All the tech that you do need is behind here, and this screen is refreshingly small, and in fact the whole cabin is so utterly charming that it could lull you into the false sense that you're in a dainty little two-seater that your granny could potter to the shops in. This 911's weight loss won't suit everybody. It's not a car that will cosset you, but for driving fans and petrol heads, it's an absolute privilege being in this car's company. If only every day was a birthday. Thank you so much for watching Driver Reviews. Please let us know your thoughts about the 911 in the comments section, and please press like and subscribe so that you're notified each time we post something new.